What's going on, everybody? Today I wanted to sort of do a Friday free-for-all. With that, I'm going to be hitting just general conversation, as well as like a market watch or some market mayhem or mania is what I like to call it. But I wanted to hit a couple things in today's video for Friday, sort of do a recap, show the channel's growth even. So we're going to a little bit of a Friday free-for-all. First of all, I have 4 to 5 cards pulled up right here that I think are interesting. The first one here is the Diviner QCR, and I'm actually just going to put it over here next to the Ultimate Rare. So right now, Diviner QCRs are listed at $125, and there are no sales. I think this card is much cheaper overall. I don't see it maintaining a price point of even really 60 plus, and I think this sort of shows that. And the reason is, when you can go over here and you can buy an ulti or a set of ultis at less than 40 a piece, I mean, you're looking at $39.50 for verified retail. I mean, a lot of people like the ulti, and it looks pretty good. It's got a little bit of a burst pattern, just like the Fenrir did. I think if it was me, I would rather look at the QCR, but I'm an ulti collector. Like, that's really what I tend to look at and buy. I could see myself definitely going the route of the ulti just because of price. Again, most of the time, or for the most part, this channel has seen me do some melodious voiceless stuff as well as some other voiceless stuff, and I just think that voiceless is pretty safe right now. So that's the price difference. I mean, you're really looking a lot of money, an $80 difference for QCRs versus ultis. I think I would go the ulti. Next up, I've got Gigantic, is what one of my friends says, but I have Gigantic Sprite here. We do have one sell at $100, but it's dropping really quickly. Right now, 77 is low. I think this card ends up settling like $30 or less. I have had a lot of success with Sprite build for this channel. I would like to say that I'm a pretty decent Sprite player, and I come up with some interesting things. However, I'm definitely not the best, nor will I ever be the best Sprite player. I just don't have enough time to delve into the game like some of these guys do. This is too much, obviously, but I think this card settles $30-40, and I would consider buying 2 of them at $30 a piece, maybe even 40, depending what we're at retail wise. I think this card is amazing. Obviously, it's the heart and soul of the Sprite. I mean, some people say it's blue, but definitely, I mean, this card says no to nib. That's huge. And just as a heads up, I do have some Sprite stuff cooking for post weekend. I should be getting my Ice Barrier stuff either tomorrow or Wednesday next week. And then Wednesday next week I'll be at Locals, so expect some Locals gameplay within the week. But yeah, I think this card goes a little cheaper. I'm just excited to see what Sprite's doing right now. Next we've got Kagari, and holding 3 ulti German Kagari right now feels great. Right now the listed medium's 168 each. They just sold a playset at 132 each. I mean, that's $400 for a set. So we've even seen one sell as high as 152 within the last couple weeks. Right now, the listed low is 133 for near mint, and I mean, it climbs pretty quickly after that. Light play, near mint on the end of page 2 is your 170. So, I mean, you have some walls, like you have play sets. You have somebody here with 9 of them, Overdose Gaming. You've got Project CCG with 3 of them, so there's some walls here, but everybody's hyped for this striker stuff that's coming out of this Terminal Revenge. We're getting alternate arts, which are driving up the price of some ultis. However, it is making me really want to buy a Starlight Rose. So you can see Rose in March was about 170. I've seen the dip as low as that's 159, and now we're 159, 160. But they're selling on TCG 155 or less. Right now, the verified low is 150. I used to have a line on one for $120, and I was iffy about it. Honestly, if this card would be about $100, I would probably buy it. I wouldn't do a set like I generally do for ultis, but I would consider doing one, like just to finish out the max rarity. I don't like the QCR engages. If they were original print QCR engages, we'd have a conversation, but I just don't like them. Last thing, I didn't want to have it pulled up here, but I thought this was super interesting. Ray is, I think, at an all-time low for an ulti, for its own ulti. It's sitting at like $14 a piece right now. You can get these light played for $13. The first near mint listing is $14, and he's got 18 of them. I would figure that's a store, but this card's super low right now. I would consider picking some up personally. Okay, so now on to the next part of our Friday free-for-all. I want to talk about what's wrong with the meta. Right now we have a very clear-cut top deck, and that's still Snake Eye. But we've got a couple decks here in the coming formats, or even in the current format, that can rival Snake Eye. So we've got Tempai, and Top Cut in Europe showed that Tempai is a force to be reckoned with. Whether it's Snake Eye or whether it's whatever, but Tempai is what I would consider fragile because it loses to hand traps. However, it can play so many hand traps and cross out with a Fenrir or a Droplet. The deck is just so good. I did move mine pre-Indy because Santa Clauses had hit like 40s or 30s for secrets. Sold those, made some money. What else? Oh, I'd really sold it because I wasn't looking for a Trident Dragon. I wasn't wanting to spend $100 a piece even before a reprint that's guaranteed and already released to be in the tin. I understand it's a secret. I understand it's high rarity and a very large set. However, that's a lot of money just to drop on a card that's going to be $20 in a couple months, to be honest. I had some other decks that I wanted to play and some other decks that I have played and been testing. I really enjoyed testing Sprite the other day with some of the new cards, and like I said, you'll be getting some of those videos soon. But I've been on Runic Stun. I've been practicing Melodious, Melodious Voiceless. I think both those decks are very good. Sprite, I think, is very good. I'm at the point where I have 3, I'm not going to say budget decks. Runic Stun would be a budget deck to me, with the exception of the SP that I do choose to play. Voiceless would not be, but I would honestly consider Sprite a budget deck. Like, you can get the deck relatively cheap if you're not playing SP. There's some other options, and I mean, if you're not playing max rarity, the deck's not that bad. I think Sprite could be really sneaky in this next coming format or two. Last thing I wanted to hit on today is a channel update, and again, I try to be authentic, so we're going to go over here to the analytics, and we're going to talk about some things. First of all, I really appreciate everything. I'm at 274 subscribers. We're 226 away from hitting 500 subs. Once we hit 500 subs, we can start getting a little bit of monetization with it, like subscribe, well, not subs, but like, I don't remember what they're called. I can literally show you. With memberships. So we're 226 away from there. The watch hours were they're just naturally going to come with the subs. So the more subscribers I get, the better off we are as a channel. You can see in the last month I have 5.1 thousand views, and some of my top views are over here. I posted this in March, and it's still amazing to me how many views we're getting from the Sprite combos with real test hands. I appreciate all the love and support there, guys. We're getting a 28% view duration. I would like to see that up a little bit, but just being honest with you, let me bounce back over here to content. That was March 8th. So I want to find that. March 8th right here. We are at 3,549 views with that. I really appreciate everything. 28 comments, 116 likes, only 3 dislikes. I'm really happy with the way that turned out. I am ecstatic, honestly. My Pure Sprite deck profile, I'm at 3,100 views, and we're just going from there. This is before I decided to really focus on Yu-Gi-Oh! Specifically, and like We've got some Borderlands stuff and some COD and blah blah blah. So go like everything, go support everything. I really appreciate it. But then we started getting the locals matchups, and then we had a live twin Sprite deck profile, and we're almost at 1,000 views there, and we hit 2,700 views from the Sprite deck profile from Raleigh, and I'm really excited to bring you all a deck profile hopefully next week of what we are playing in the coming formats with Sprite. I'm not doing the same thing everybody else is doing. There are a couple variations like there always are, and I'm honest with you all, so I really appreciate all the support there. Let's bounce back to the analytics here. We're at 315 watch hours just in the last month. That's greatly appreciated. So 1 month we hit 10% of the 3,000 watch hours. So the more we do this, the more subs I get, the better off we are here. I've also had 38 subs in the last 28 days. That includes right here in Raleigh. For some reason I lost 4 May 31st. I don't know the answer. It's okay. And then I lost 1 on Monday, June 10th. It is what it is. No matter what, like Saturday, June 1st, this was YCS Indy. I got 6. And then 4 on Sunday when I was there. But I really appreciate everybody who likes and supports the channel. Within the last 2 days, I just like doing some of this stuff. Within the last 2 days, we have about 431 views, and you can see that Sprite is the conversation. So that's pushing me to do some Sprite videos. I would like to have those ice barriers with me tomorrow, and if I do, I will be doing a deck profile on Monday, and then I will do combos and some other stuff on Tuesday as well as some inboards. Then Wednesday I'm unsure, but be looking out for some locals gameplay. Next Wednesday I will be there, and I'm really excited about that. With that being said, I really appreciate everything you all do to support the channel, everything you do to support me. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll catch you next time. Peace.